I just want to say thanks to everyone for coming, family, friends, work colleagues. It's really good to see everyone and that everyone supports me. I've been working on this book for about 2 years. It started in London when I went on exchange for 6 months to Lancaster University. I just loved the city of London. It was an awesome city. I wish I could live there. It's really cool. And I don't know how this happened, but I started writing poetry. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I wrote a story about a relationship gone wrong, and it could be sort of like a verse novella and kind of Dorothy Porter-ish, and it'd be really cool. And I started writing the first poem and didn't really know where I was going with it, so I left it for a while, came back, left it for a while, came back, and then eventually I just got sick of it, shoved it in a shelf somewhere and forgot about it. But then I made some really good blog friends, and one of them was an editor in France, and I sent her the poems that I'd written and asked for her advice, and she sent me back a whole massive bunch of critiques at the end of last year. And yeah, she was really, really good, really helped me to see where I'd gone wrong with some of the structuring, and just totally got my book into order. So then I asked my beautiful best friend Tegan, who I've known since as long as I can remember, to do my cover. It's so beautiful. You can see it on the poster up there. It is just the most beautiful thing, so professional. I'm so grateful that you could do it for me for free, and it looks like something you could buy in a bookstore. So thanks to you. So just to give some context, before I do the 2 poetry readings. The actual story, it's set in London. It's about a guy called Stuart whose other half has died in tragic circumstances, and as he goes through her things, he recollects or remembers different aspects of their relationship and starts feeling, I guess, guilt and grief and loneliness, different thoughts about what went wrong. Could he have averted the situation? Was it his fault? Was it her fault? How can he move on from this situation, this terrible tragedy that has happened? And that's the story, basically, that the verse novella tells. So if everyone's got their champagne, I declare this book launched. Woo! Okay, this first poem that I want to read is from right at the beginning of the sequence, and it's basically about Stuart, his enthrallment with this mysterious lady that becomes his partner down the track. So it's called Your Shot. You stretched me out, tied me down, muscles taut with bang bang. You said loudly, bang bang, said thoughtless, bang bang. Held up the mirror ball, shot far, shot wide, and yet hit me right on target. Bang bang, painted the town red, and me. Dropped down, so much dropped, just so much down. And he's dead. Bang bang. I've got you now. I've got your heart. Bang bang. This second poem is right at the end of the verse novella, and it was the first poem that I wrote for this sequence. It was the most popular with all of my beta readers. I hope that everyone loves it as much as they seem to love it, and it is one of my personal favourites from the collection. It's called Blue, a funeral dirge. Blue is your colour now. I liked you better bright, floral shaded tenderness. It showed you cared. It showed you dared. Blue is elegant, simple, tailored. You learnt style between men, now, coming, going. Blue is mature, battle-scarred, appropriate. To think the other day I said, we're not living grayscale yet. Blue is grief, deeper than the ocean, a fitting funeral pall. And trust me, now we both know. Blue is holding hands on an edge, precipice dropping, as you tell me you've seen an estate agent to get a new home just for 2, me and you. Blue is your lips, turned cold, yet still kissed, warm spirit fading. And it is blue reflected in pounding waves, glittering, dangerous. You owned blue, let it come to define you. Every moment, always blue. hope you enjoyed them, and yeah, if you want to read the rest, there's 25 in the collection, and there's some on Kindle, some on Mum's Samsung e-reader there, and there's some print copies as well if you just want to flick through now. Thanks again for coming, especially people that have to leave early. Yeah, I really appreciate all your support.
Okay, I just want to say a quick word to Maureen. So obviously she has a lot of supporters here, family, friends, people in the sort of writing community, which is amazing. And I just think if Maureen can create something like this in her spare time when she's overseas after work, I have no idea where she fits in the time to do half of that. I'm really looking forward to what she can do when she really puts her head down, actually has some spare time to dedicate purely to writing, and I'm really excited to see what she can come up with, and yeah, to the future. Our future author.
Yay!